the thing that really, again, turned the page for me and should turn the page for others is that this intentionality exists in molecules. We can all understand a dog barking because it hears somebody at the front door it doesn't know. We can understand a snake going after a mouse because it's hungry. But at the intracellular level, the intentionality of molecules, which we think by our paradigm, have no capacity to think or act with function. They just do what they do because they're molecules. They act with an intentionality that is actually more complicated, more intricate, and more astounding than a dog barking at the door or a snake catching a mouse. And so here then you're forced, if you're an atheist, to explain how come molecules are intentional. You know, I used to say, well, DNA just is what it is, and it's transcribed into RNA, which is transported over to the ribosome, which turns it into a protein. It's just a series of chemical reactions. That's what I thought that's what I was taught in the 60s and the 70s when I turned to atheism. Now we know it's not like that at all. 97% of the DNA does not transcribe into proteins. They're transcribed into regulator molecules, which tell the DNA what to do and when to do it, and how to do it. And when the DNA is transcribed into an RNA, it doesn't just go to the ribosome. There's something called a spliceosome that says, let me take a look at this thing you've got here. Well, it's not quite right. This amino acid's in the wrong place. This nucleotide needs to go over, and chops up the transcribed DNA and puts it together so that then it's presentable to the ribosome, like your mother making you tuck in your shirt and comb your hair before you go out on a date because you're not quite ready to go meet your girlfriend at the ribosome. That's all a fact. These molecules are acting with intentionality that is beyond description. So, for example, like I said, 97% of the DNA is not transcribed into protein, but when it is transcribed, it is all transcribed. And then the spliceosome has to take the strand of DNA that was transcribed into RNA and chop off the parts that are and 97% of it is not supposed to code for anything. It has to reconnect all of the nucleotides back together so that the ribosome can interpret it. This is a molecule that is editing the editing of the editing. It's a molecule. How does it do that? How does it know that? And it doesn't just do it mechanically, because if it's hot outside, the ribosome will say, we don't actually need something to make you hotter. Here, I'm going to take this RNA that you transcribed and turn it into something that cools your core. And it'll take a set of genes and rearrange them because it's hot outside. The molecules are thinking.